Once upon a time, in a bustling city where the streets were always crowded and the lights never dimmed, there lived a young man named Leo. Leo was like many others in the city, always in a hurry, always chasing something. He woke up early, rushed through his breakfast, and ran to catch the train. At work, he answered emails quickly, spoke fast, and grew impatient when things did not move at the speed he wanted. Leo believed that faster meant better. He thought success came to those who moved quickly, who never paused, who never waited. One evening, after a particularly frustrating day at work, Leo found himself waiting in a long line at a coffee shop. The person in front of him was taking too long to order. The barista was moving too slowly, and Leo could feel his irritation growing. He tapped his foot, checked his watch, and sighed loudly. Just then, an old man standing behind him spoke. "You seem to be in a great hurry," the old man said with a calm smile. Leo turned and frowned. "Of course I'm in a hurry. Time is money, and I don't like wasting it," Leo replied. The old man chuckled softly. "And yet, by rushing, you may be wasting something far more valuable." Leo was confused. What could be more valuable than time? The old man noticed his puzzled expression and continued. "Patience," he said simply. "Without it, time slips through your fingers like sand, and you never truly hold it." Leo had never thought about patience before. To him, it was just something people talked about when they had nothing better to do. But something in the old man's words made him pause. The old man introduced himself as Marcus, a retired teacher who had spent many years studying philosophy. He invited Leo to sit with him and talk. Leo hesitated. He had so much to do, but something told him to stay. Over coffee, Marcus shared a story from ancient times. He told Leo about a farmer who planted seeds in his field. The farmer watered them, cared for them, but no matter how much he wished, the crops would not grow faster. Nature had its own rhythm, its own time. The farmer could not rush the sun or the rain. If he tried to pull the plants to make them grow, he would only destroy them. Success, Marcus explained, was like those seeds. It needed patience. Leo listened, but he was not convinced. "The world is different now," he argued. "Everything moves fast. If you slow down, you fall behind." Marcus nodded. "The world may be fast, but human nature has not changed. Our minds, our happiness, they still follow the same rules as they did thousands of years ago. Patience is not about slowing down for no reason. It is about understanding when to act and when to wait. It is about knowing that some things cannot be forced." Over the next few weeks, Leo found himself thinking about Marcus' words. He began to notice how his impatience affected his life. At work, when he rushed through tasks, he made mistakes. In conversations, when he interrupted others, he missed important details. Even his health suffered. He ate too fast, slept too little, and felt tired all the time. He realized that by always hurrying, he was not really living. One day, Leo decided to test Marcus' advice. Instead of rushing through his morning, he woke up a little earlier and took his time. He ate breakfast slowly, enjoying each bite. On the train, instead of checking his phone anxiously, he looked out the window and watched the city pass by. At work, he focused on one task at a time, instead of trying to do everything at once. At first, it felt strange. He worried he was falling behind. But as days turned into weeks, he noticed something surprising. He was getting more done, not less. His work improved because he paid attention. His relationships deepened because he listened. He even felt happier, calmer. Leo returned to the coffee shop, hoping to see Marcus again. He wanted to thank him for the lesson, but the old man was not there. The barista told Leo that Marcus had moved away. "He left something for you, though," the barista said, handing Leo a small handwritten note. It read, "Patience is the art of trusting the process, even when you cannot see the result. The fastest way to lose time is to try to save it. The wisest way to gain it is to let it unfold." Years passed, and Leo became known as a wise and steady man in his community. People came to him for advice, and he always told them the same thing: slow down. Not everything must happen today. Some listened, some did not. But those who did found, just as Leo had, that patience was not a weakness. It was a strength. In the end, Leo understood that the world might always be fast, but that did not mean he had to be. Patience was his anchor in the storm, his compass in the chaos. And in that understanding, he found something rare and precious: peace. The story of Leo teaches us that in a world that never stops moving, patience is not just a virtue, it is a necessity. Without it, we rush past the very moments that make life meaningful. With it, we learn to walk steadily, to appreciate the journey, and to arrive not just faster, but wiser. So the next time you feel the rush of impatience, remember, Leo. Remember that some things cannot be hurried. And sometimes, the best way to move forward is to slow down.